You just peeking in my window like a perv? Come on, get in here. What's up, dudes? Welcome back to my RV. I'm going to do a quick video. I got a lot of lovely comments from the previous video and a lot of questions, so I'm going to take this time, instead of typing them out individually like a numpty, I'm going to just do a little video and maybe answer your questions and queries and give you a little background on what's happening here. First, I'd like to thank Reddit and all those folks for the overwhelming support on the RV video. I know there's some that I spend months on researching and making look nice and all that, and I hate when those videos do well, but I like the ones that I just shoot right out of my ass to just take off, because that makes me feel like I'm doing things right. I guess humping RVs is something you really respond to. I like that about you. So I'm going to answer a couple quick questions I got from the internets. How much did you pick that up for? And another guy wrote, you must be rich. And no, I'm not rich. I live in a fucking RV. If you think living in an RV in a Walmart parking lot makes you rich, you, sir, are going to have a happy life, and you will never be disappointed in anything. So keep chasing that dream. I've got it for $7,000. Dude had it on Craigslist for $9,000, and I asked him, I was like, will you take $7,000? I thought he's going to, but he's right away, he's like, yes, no questions asked. So I probably could have got it way cheaper if I would have negotiated a little bit more, but I didn't. So yeah, that's how much I paid for it. Whether or not it's to be seen whether or not I got a good value or not. Alex Q asks, are you related to Mark Passio? No. Pixel Power asks, unfunny cunt. That's not really a question. Monkey Moons asks, do you need a special license to drive that? Surprisingly no, and I don't understand how, because this fucker is huge. I took it out on a commemorative run this weekend and tried to do a little bit of stealth camping. Worked out alright, but this motherfucker is big, and I am used to trying to cram big things into small spaces. You know what I'm saying? But this is I did in the military. I drove like a school bus kind of thing for a little while, and it was sort of similar, but without your whole house in the back. Like, I didn't care if I killed those guys, but I definitely don't want to mess up all my nice stuff. So no, surprisingly, you do not. Civility be damned writes, he did a good job imitating a douchebag with no sense of humor, who thinks dumb shit is funny. You really nailed that character. It's weird, because it wasn't a character. Like, that's really how I... Oh, shit! You got me! Nick Sat Down writes, so is there a story for why he sold everything? And to be fair, there wasn't that much stuff to sell. I was living in London, England for 6 years before I moved back here about 3 weeks ago. And I've had this RV plan for some time, right? In London, flats are about as big as your foot, so I'm already used to a small space, so I didn't have that much to sell, and I had this plan coming back. In London, I did stand-up comedy and other kind of bullshit for money.
Man, it changes. Like, I used to read these stories in the paper about kids getting beat, and I think, man, that's terrible. Now I think, maybe there's two sides of that story, right? Like, let's not jump straight to conclusions there, liberal media. Shit, you're the man out first. Fuck. I've been provoked.
And I didn't want to come back here and have to get a real job. And I was trying to think of ways I could live cheap and still do the stuff I want to do. I like traveling around, visiting people, and I felt like an RV is the best way to do that. So that's what I did. I did some research before I came. I didn't just willy-nilly go out and buy a Class A and drive off. Well, I did that a little bit in the technical side of working an RV, but the idea of living in it. I wanted to try to pursue. I didn't think I was going to come to the U.S., and I have no fan base here and not really known at all and no contacts, and that's the name of the game for comedy. I didn't think I was going to come in here and just kick the door open like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah! I had to work my way up a little bit, so I thought I'd find a way to live cheap and live fun, and if I was going to have to travel around to do gigs, I might as well bring my house with me instead of paying for a hotel. And so here I am in this thing. I'm going to try to make it work. Maybe it won't. I don't know, maybe I'll have to park this thing in the woods somewhere and live like a hermit or under a bridge. Who knows? Oh, and a lot of people mention the Yingling, and yes, that is a very good beer. A lot of people watching this might be Europeanos or not from the U.S. or different parts of the U.S. And some people overseas talk shit about American beer. That's because you haven't had the Yingling yet. It's our oldest lager and it doesn't travel very well. It's kind of like Guinness, like American. And I'm going to sound like a douchebag when I say this, but that's fair enough. A lot of people, when they come over here, they say American Guinness tastes like shit. And I didn't think it did till I went to the UK and Ireland and had their Guinness and then came back, and yes, it does taste like shit. It doesn't travel very well, so same thing with Yingling. It doesn't travel, that's why it doesn't go very far. And it just only in the last 10 years or so made it as far out as Ohio from good old Pennsylvania. And I will say this, not only do you not get good American beer, you don't get good American food either. A lot of people talk shit about American food because you get Burger King and McDonald's and whatever that kind of, although the Colonel is alright, that's good food. But you don't get real American food, like you're not getting barbecue or like Maryland crabs or some good Cajun food. You get bullshit corporate fast food, so watch what the fuck you're talking about, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm not here. Why am I cussing at you? I don't know why I'm cussing at you. Anyway, if you get a chance to try Yingling, you try it. It's good stuff. You won't be disappointed. And if you're trying to cut calories, there's Yingling Light, which is not quite as good, but maybe you're a health conscious guy or a gal, whatever. No shit. I should have done this one first. Greg Brown, thank you very much. You're a fucking star. You provided me with some very insightful, very good information, which I've been looking up, and I'm going to buy some of that stuff that you were talking about. Again, thank you very much. It's very useful. You get the A++ commenter of the week. Take pride in that. If I had gifts to send out, I would send you one, but I don't really have anything. I might get some commemorative plates or some superstar boxer shorts, and you can wear them around. But until that time, just wear it in your heart that you're the man. Hudio asks, when he's sitting in the driver's seat from 24 seconds to 54 seconds, you can see some kind of long lever on the right side of the steering column. Does anyone know what that's for? Well, let's go over there and check it out. Alright, bro, you're either very young or very not American, but this is how old American cars used to shift. Be on some weren't. This is Americans had automatics before Europeanos did. We're big in the automatics, but yeah. So you shift it into gear with this thing. Even before we had automatics, we used to be able to shift gears up here. It was called 3 on the tree. This is the tree, I guess. Even though I had an old Fiat Panda in London, and that was automatic, but that still shifted. But on this side, down here. Anyway. Alright, and then a couple people will talk about me setting up a we fund it or we give you money kind of thing to tour around and do a video travel blog, for which I appreciate. I've been thinking about it a little bit, but I always feel funny about those things, like I'm asking for people's money and not really providing much but stupid ass videos and that sort of thing. I'm still mulling it around. If I'm providing a service to people, then I will happily ask for money for it, but until then, I don't know yet that I'm providing any great community service with this bullshit. Again, I'm just doing this. If I need money, I got construction skills I can fall back on. Like I'm tiling a floor in a couple weeks, and the nice guy is going to let me park my RV in the back of his farm, so I'll be camping on a farm and doing some tile work. Really, I'm just trying to do this in a way to support myself in building my little stand-up comedy career until I can make money doing it, in which case I'll probably still live in the RV if it's working out alright, and save my money. Anyway, again, thanks for all the support on the first video. Sorry if this one's not as entertaining and informative. I will do more of those dumb shit ones where I'm humping stuff for you, because you seem to be into that kind of bullshit. But then again, if I missed any of your questions and you had other questions you want to ask or any more RV tips, feel free to put them below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Also, my next video I want to do is about batteries. And so if you know anybody in the Ohio area that's willing to get interviewed as an expert on batteries and solar panels, please send them to me. I sent a few places, Tri-State Battery and Piqua Battery, the other RV video, and told them what I'm trying to do, and they immediately told me to go get fucked. So for some reason, I don't think they think that would be good press for their battery business. I can't imagine why. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Stay tuned for more RV bullshit from me. And later.
Thank you.